Hey Sagittarius, welcome to Intuitive Gems. My name is Desiree, and today I'll be doing your money, wealth, finance, prosperity, and abundance reading for the month of June 2023. Now, if this is your first time catching one of my readings, I do want to say welcome, and I invite you to subscribe because I do these readings each and every month, and I would love to share your money message with you. For the readings this month, I'm using my tie-dye tarot deck. I will clarify with my Radiant Rider-Waite tarot, and then I will close out your reading, Sag, with a Star Seed Oracle card. So let's go ahead and get right into the reading. Now, from what I'm seeing here, it looks like you're going to feel kind of emotionally heavy this first week of June, Sagittarius. And it's interesting because a lot of the signs have been having that. So I'm wondering if there is something cosmically that is emotionally affecting a lot of us. And you know, when your emotions are affected, well, your finances and your money is, you know, either directly or indirectly impacted as well. So let's go ahead and dive into that. We've got the Strength card first in the reverse. That means that you are having some challenges. You are feeling kind of, I want to say for some of you, feeling kind of beat up, feeling like you're kind of, you know, really kind of trying and struggling to stay strong. Again, this is only going to be something temporary because your emotions will kind of settle down once we get past this first week of June. You also have this Ace of Cups. Now, this is the card of overflow. This is also the card of starting brand new connections and new relationships. This is going to be key in helping your finances move to that next level. Okay, so understand that you will make a connection that's actually going to help things progress, you know, for you as it relates to your money. We also have the Three of Swords. Now, the Three of Swords is emotional disappointment and upset. So, like I said, this is only going to be something temporary. I can see that by looking at the rest of the cards here. But the thing is it's something that you do need to process, and you do need to allow yourself the grace to kind of go through it, right? Because you don't want to keep these emotions bottled up. Again, because that can indirectly or directly affect your money. We also have the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is a card that talks about changes in your physical environment that probably could be the thing that you need in order to release some emotions that could be getting in the way or holding you back. We also have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Now, this means that things change very, very quickly. It's not necessarily something that you see coming, but things really change and shift. And it's one of those things where you kind of think things are going to turn out one way, but then they don't. But it's not necessarily bad. I think this is something that actually really helps to catapult you in your goals as it relates to expansion, especially anything relating to your income, anything relating to your work or your career, also your business, as well as your investments. Next up, we have the Six of Cups. That's a happy reconnection with someone or something from your past. Again, I do feel like there is some emotions tied to this, but it's going to be a pleasant experience. So that's going to be something that will also benefit you financially. Now, next up, we have this Empress card. The Empress card is a card of divine femininity, but it's also the card of expansion and growth. It's also the card of maturity. So I do think that there is going to be some lessons here and some wisdom gained from you going through this emotional stuff in the first week of June. So Sagittarius, understand that you are leveling up emotionally as well as, you know, monetarily. And I do believe that there is going to be some uncomfortableness as you grow and expand into the success that you want to, you know, experience. The other thing about the Empress card is that it's the birth of new ideas. So there could be some new ideas that turn out to be very, very profitable for you. Some new ideas that also create some new opportunities for you to make more money. All right, Sagittarius, let's see what else shows up for you as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of June 2023. Whoa. Okay, I've got so many cards here, but this is the one I saw. So that is what we are going to go with. Oh my goodness. All right, so you can see things are kind of scattered here. And every time I have some type of issues with shuffling or the cards, I do believe that that is indicative of what's going on, you know, in the reading. So, let's see. I think this is how this was. So, Sagittarius, you may be feeling a little scattered, you know, like things are kind of falling out of place. But don't worry. Things are definitely shifting and working in your favor, but you're just going to have to kind of settle down. You're going to have to kind of go through the challenges. Now, this is something everybody has to go through. It's not unique to you, Sag. But you have to understand that this will pay off, okay? Nothing will happen in vain. Nothing will be a waste. And there will be valuable lessons learned as you progress through this, okay? We have this Five of Wands. This is the card of communication. There could be some challenges as it relates to you having conversations, you know, as it relates to money. So the thing is to really make sure that you are clear so there's no misunderstandings or miscommunication or someone with selective hearing, so to speak. So if you can, make sure you get every conversation documented in some way, either recorded or, you know, things written down, you know, that type of thing. We also have that Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is the card of the money mindset. I think you really need to shift your mindset about what you believe is possible for you as it relates to success, as it relates to money and financial achievements. Okay, so remember, you have to become the person who is the multimillionaire before you can actually have the multi-millions of dollars. Now, this is something that is progressive, so this is something that will take time, but you can do it. We also have this Ten of Wands. It looks like you're going to be working really, really hard and taking on some extra responsibilities. Sagittarius, I don't think that this is actually a bad thing for you. I think this is going to keep you busy, keep you focused, and keep you disciplined, you know, on your goals. And you're going to be very, very, I want to say diligent as it relates to your work. And it will pay off. You will see positive results because of that. Finally, we have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is one of the cards of emotional intelligence. Again, like I said, looks like you're going to be having a lot of emotional stuff going on at the beginning of June, but it looks like there's going to be a lot of emotional healing as well. So don't get too overwhelmed or too worried or anything about, you know, the emotional stuff that's going on, because it looks like it's definitely going to put you in a better position as a result. Yes, see, we've got some great cards here where things are definitely shifting, and you're already feeling better once we hit this second half of June. So we've got the Nine of Wands in the reverse. Now, this is a card that talks about feeling encouraged, feeling positive, feeling really, really excited about what lies ahead. We also have the Eight of Pentacles. Now, here's where you take a step back from work, right? So you're going to be really busy here, but the following week, you're going to take a step back from your work. So you're not going to be too overwhelmed. It's one of those short-term, you know, grinds and hustles where, you know, you work really hard, maybe for a week or two, and then you slow down. We also have the Seven of Pentacles where you're looking for some new opportunities, new challenges as it relates to your work and your career. So I wouldn't be surprised if maybe you start updating your resume, or maybe you start kind of clicking around on the internet for either a new job or a new business opportunity for you. We also have the Seven of Swords in reverse. That's a great card to see in the reverse, because that means that a wrong gets corrected in some way. So you could have been wronged in some way, and it looks like there's resolution to that problem in your favor. Okay, so someone could have lied and it looks like they come clean, or they get exposed. Maybe somebody stole something from you and it gets returned, or you get paid back. It's one of those things where a wrong is corrected and it works out in your favor. It's very, very good. We have the Knight of Wands next. This is support and assistance as it relates to your work, to your career. So I wouldn't be surprised if someone reaches out and they want to help you, or they want to work with you in some way. Like I said, you're definitely going to be supported as it relates to your work. It could even be someone giving you new tools or equipment to do your job in a much more efficient way. Finally, we have the High Priestess. When I see her in the reverse, that means that you're not trusting your intuition. Now, this is something that, again, we all go through, right? So you have to really kind of make that conscious choice to really know and accept and believe that you are being divinely guided. You are being led in the direction of things that are best for you at this time. The experience you have will be exactly what you want it to be, as long as you trust the process and you trust that higher source. And that could be anything, right? It could be God, the universe, You know, whatever you resonate with. All right, Sagittarius. Now, you've got a lot of repeater cards, which is very interesting. So, we've got that Empress again, and then we've also got that Five of Wands. All right. So, now we've got the Six of Wands. That's a fun card because that means you'll be attracting a lot of attention, Sag. Six of Wands means get ready to be seen, because there's going to be an opportunity where you are going to be in the spotlight. Now, this is exciting because you can possibly monetize this opportunity in some way. Use it to either get more clients, get more customers, get more sales, you know, more connections, whatever the case may be. You're going to be seen and you're going to be spotlighted at the end of the month. We also have the Four of Wands. Now, the Four of Wands in the reverse talks about reworking the beginning steps of a project. It's reworking the foundation of something. Something needs to be kind of, I don't want to say necessarily start over, but there's something that has to be put back in place. That would probably be a better way to say it. You know, when you start something, sometimes you just kind of move on to the next step. Well, you may have to revisit step one before you can progress any further. Now, we also have the Empress card. We saw her twice. We talked about what she means: growth, expansion, maturity, also the birth of new ideas. It looks like whatever's happening with her, her energy carries throughout the second half of the month. This is definitely going to be something that I think is exciting because, like I said, it's talking about expanding. It's talking about things progressing in the right time and in the right way. The Five of Wands, again, communication. We talked about that. Get everything documented and or in writing if possible. Now, we also have the Knight of Swords in the reverse. Now, the Knight of Swords is a card of timing. When we see him in the reverse, it means that things could be happening a little bit behind schedule, or something could just be moving along slower than what we anticipate or what we had expected. So if something is moving slow as it relates to your money or to your finances or your business, whatever the case may be, understand that it doesn't mean that things are not happening. Just because things happen slowly doesn't mean that they're still not progressing. Finally, we have the Eight of Cups. This is you graciously walking away from something that no longer serves you. I think you will be making a lot of decisions this month, Sagittarius, about what serves you, what doesn't serve you, and really what you have room in your life for. I do get the sense that this will be a job for some of you, but for a lot of you, it could just mean kind of choosing to live in a different way. In other words, you no longer live in survival mode or in, you know, the struggle and strain lifestyle. You know, you're kind of moving towards living a life that's more in alignment with what you want to experience. And sometimes those tiny shifts are the ones that are the most monumental as it relates to what it is we're trying to do. You know, the money we're trying to make, the success we're trying to have, the person we're trying to be. So I do think that when all is said and done, Sag, you will be moving away from something so you can consciously move towards the things that you want. So Sagittarius, you've got a very powerful month. It's going to be very emotionally heavy the first half of June, but then things settle and start falling into place once we hit the second half of June. Okay, so get prepared, but there's going to be a lot of good and a lot of, I think, awareness happening for you as well. All right, Sagittarius, let's go ahead and close out your reading with a Star Seed Oracle card. All right, so this one is Whale and Orca Elders. That's interesting. Share your song, frequency of sound, diving deep. Share your song, frequency of sound, diving deep. This is very interesting. I honestly have so many ideas of how this card can apply to your reading, Sag. You know, sharing your song, having the courage and the confidence to really, you know, communicate who you are and what you want. Frequency of sound, really paying attention to the inner messages that are coming through for you. And then diving deep, taking time to really go within and to really kind of get clear about what it is you want and how you want to experience this life. So Sagittarius, I hope this reading was helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please drop them down below. I want to thank you so much for spending this time with me. We'll do it all again next month.